I'm Jimi Hendrick, and this is episode EA74 on Empower Your Pattern 2.0. EA74, Branding 101 on Empower Your Pattern 2.0. Hi, I'm Jimi Hendrick, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Success, Confidence, and Thrive Coach. I wish to let you know that there are patterns to help you receive more, help you live a better and extraordinary life right now. I also believe that there are spiritual and temporal tips to help you overcome the adversities in the everyday life. So if you come with me, I will show you these patterns. Get ready. Let's go. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? I hope it's a blessed day. It's a beautiful sunny day in Midland, Odessa, Texas. Now, today we're going to be discussing a concept that is part of the pursuit of the big prize, which is, in many ways, the goal. Okay? So give me a minute, and I will pull up my notes on branding. There we go. Well, I can start out with one I know. Absolutely, your reputation is a part of your branding. What do people know about you? What do people know about your reputation? Oh, he's always running late. Sometimes he's not as reliable. I mean, crazy, you know? So, that's the thing. That's the thing, folks. So, you ready? Get ready. Fun on the good side. Fun on the good side. Now, because your reputation matters. Your reputation matters really good. And I want to apologize for being so far away from the microphone. And it's been a while for my computer to load. Building proper. But I just want you guys to know that your reputation is what matters. So, that's the thing. It kind of builds on to the last episode. Technical difficulties, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop until we get this resolved. But that's the thing. Your reputation is what matters. People need to know. You need to know what people are thinking about you when they think of you personally and your business brand. Okay? I was in a panic because I thought I was running low on time to talk about this first concept, but it sounds like I'm doing good. Just been having some technical difficulties, some slow responses to my apps. There we go, about time. And so that's the thing. Your reputation is key. So reputation management is key. And one of the best tools in the shed you need to do, and it shouldn't cost you much of anything. Public relations. I want you to think about that. Because you need to know what people are saying about your brand. Not that you should care about what people think, but you've got to attract customers, right? And branding is something, network marketing, I gotta say this, they have an issue with branding. But, and I'm far from saying that I'm an expert in branding. A lot of it is ideas according to the patterns that the Lord has given me. What I've learned from other people and research. But many of you guys know the patterns. And rule number 3 of that is, success leaves clues. Wouldn't you guys like to know what the clues are? I know you would. I know I do. So we got to search for the breadcrumbs. Last night I was with my good friend Rob Jones, the founder of Bizarre Leadership. It's kind of an alternative way to look at leadership. But you know what? Some of the stuff he has to say makes sense. And so I spent a late night last night with him. And I got this urge to brainstorm and look for breadcrumbs about branding. And yes, reputation's a part of it. But I want you to look at this second clue here in about a little over a minute. I'm going to talk to you about the second clue in branding. And this one is powerful. I mean, your reputation is powerful too. Don't get me wrong. But if you're starting out, it's not always that easy. But as the clues come along, you're going to see the patterns from the reputation where you started out to the reputation that you get once you have completed the cycle of branding. Because you are your own brand, and that brand is called You. You Inc. And so sometimes to help the reputation, you've got to be able to, how do I say it, make some adjustments. Part of You Inc. is president and CEO. You're going to have to go down there and fire some people in some departments to get what you're going to need. And that's hard sometimes for me. Because I'm an empath. I'm a softie. But okay, we're going to go to the second part. And this one is, I've got to emphasize this, okay? You are your brand. What do you want people to say about your brand? And I don't know what's happened. Technology is not wanting to cooperate today. So I will try again. Okay, so please forgive me. But what do you want people to say? What do you want people to say about you? Now, I'm not saying that you can necessarily manipulate the system. But then again, maybe I am. I was going to save this for last, but I'll probably still add it. Good grief. No, it's not what you want people to say about you. What do you want people to know about you? And this is where PR and social media comes in. Here's something you need to know. You can market without necessarily sounding spammy or peddling. You ever notice how some of these crazy YouTube ads are getting kind of annoying? And I know I'm going to take off some people, but I got to say it. It's the old industrial age of marketing. We're in a combined age with multiple generations alive now. And so I think that the best type of marketing, if you want people to know what they want to know about you and what your brand represents, it's good for you to have videos about your core values. Videos about what your brand stands for. Videos and actually instructional content on the products or services that you're using. Services are a lot easier. Like one I'm fascinated with ACN is about health sharing. Let me tell you something. I love health sharing. Okay? That's important. That's a product that I believe in because it's part of the ACN thing. And you know, the thing is, branding should be a cool thing for us to look at. Okay? How many of you are willing, if you're entrepreneurs, you are your brand. You know, I'm not talking a bunch of corporate stuff. Empower Your Pattern 2.0 reaches out to the entrepreneurs who want to go from small time to big time. Isn't that what you want to do? Go from small time to big time? Well, you are your brand. And what do you want people to know about you? It's enough to hear what they got to say about you, but what do you want people to know about you? It's all about education marketing. It's actually something I learned from Ray Higdon, as you know. I put that in a couple of episodes back. And I think branding is a beautiful it's a beautiful thing. And I think that a lot of the large companies have lost the branding deal because so many people in that are becoming sellouts. And as you'll find out in a couple of episodes, you can learn. I hate sellouts. And I'm trying to resist, but that may be an episode where JR just comes out and plays. Because, like I said, I've been trying to resist because I want to finish this series strong. I want people to know about me. I want them to know about the James Hendrick Empowerment brand. And that brand stands for core ethical values, biblical values, education marketing, which I love, about subjects, like health sharing, about an alternative to the big wireless carriers. Some of the stuff I can be passionate about. But there you go. You are your brand. How do you want to be branded? Now I know some people say, well, don't mention branding because that's a cattle brand. Some people are, but hey, I'm a Texas dude, okay? I spent time on a cattle ranch in New Mexico. So you can't fly that one past me, okay? Sorry. You cannot fly that one past me because I learned about branding and advertising. I never saw a cow being branded, and I'm glad I hadn't. The rancher family I spent time with, I think that was something they preferred to do in private, away from, the rest of the family. So you are your brand. And that means you need to educate people about the services you do, the products you may want to sell. If you're a speaker, what are your target audiences? See, some business people, they don't focus on target audiences. I think if you are your brand, you should know what target audiences that you want to be marketing to. Okay, that's just plain common sense. If people think, well, Jimmy's lost his mind. Well, maybe I am. Because I'm crazy. Born crazy, lived crazy, died crazy, I'll say in some ways. And y'all excuse me, I know I'm all over the place on bunny trails, But I'm going to try to get better on this one. Now we're going to go to number 3. Number 3 is begin with a warm market in mind, with cold markets leading on to a warm market. Cold markets can kind of be hard to reach out to if, they don't know you from Adam and how they can trust you. That's just true. I mean, seriously. You put people together in a focus group and you try to get them to have cohesion together. Unless you got a charismatic leader who can help establish trust. If you don't know them from Adam, how can they trust you? And that's where it goes back to number 2. You are your brand. What do you want people to know about you? But it also goes to the warm market thing. And I gotta be honest with you, sometimes the warm market thing is hard for me. Because I realize, some people, when it comes to reaching certain business models, they're tough nuts to crack. Well, how's the proven track record? And how do I know it's not a scam? And blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm getting humorous, but at the same time, I'm getting into kind of like the crinkle news deal. Just sounds like what you're involved in is a scam. You're crazy. You've lost your mind getting involved in this business model. You think that you don't know. Come on, guys, wake up. See reality. And you can get people in the coal market that are about the same. But maybe there will be some more markets that'll be sympathetic and want to hear. And that's the thing. So are you ready? Are you ready for this fun? I know you are. Because this is the best part right here. This is the best part right here. And we're just a little bit shy of 35 minutes left in this thing. But now you know how do you build trust in the cold market? That's where you let people know about your brand. It's not that easy. So I'll show you, simply because running out of ideas, we're going to give you a commercial of mine that I did. Hey everybody, Jimmy here. I want to talk to you about something that can save you money on your health insurance bills. It's not insurance, it's Impact Health Sharing. Let me tell you something. This is a solution for the healthcare crisis that I've been waiting for. It's not insurance, it's not socialized medicine, thank goodness. It's the best thing that's come down the pike. For more information about Impact Health Sharing, contact an ACN distributor near you. God bless you. And there we go. Come on, Noah. Now that's a relatively short commercial. But it gives some of the basic information that I have. And if you want to know about Impact Health Sharing, I'll do my best to give a link in the description below, so that you can find out for yourself. Okay, I'll give a link in the show notes, because health sharing is a product that I can believe in. Now, does it cover everything with your health? No, it's not socialized medicine, because socialized medicine covers And some ways covers everything, but here's the catch. They too decide what they're going to cover because they got shareholders. Taxpayers. Of course, I'm not going to try to get all political on this, and thank goodness we're almost done with number 3, and we're getting to some powerful. We're going to be at number 4, and this is going to be this is going to be fun. Okay, because I love talking about branding. I'm not necessarily one of the best experts about branding, but as a guy who studied political science, I believe in doing a clean sweep of the literature review and learning a few dang things, and that's where I get my best, and that's why you need to reach out more to warm markets. And if you have to reach out to cold market, that's understandable. But see if they can reach out to their warm markets. It's people talking to people in some ways, but you also need to learn to be creative. Also, I think with social media and public relations. So there you go. So we're in a marketing thing, and I think. Get this thing set up here. We're going to go to, here a little bit, we're going to go to number 4. And I hope that you guys find this a blessing. You guys ready? Number 4. A good picture of you is a part of your brand. Social media profiles, podcast titles with your picture, and business cards. Mass media and social media is where your picture also needs to be. Also on your company website. I think it's important to have your picture on the company website. And yes, I have a company logo. Of course. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that much about logoing, and I don't know that much about branding. But there's, when I think of branding, when I wrote my book, The Winning Personality, a values-based approach to entrepreneurship in this economy, I really wasn't thinking too much about book art. And when we were getting ready for it to be published, Bishop Dave's wife said, Jimmy, I think it would be good for you to learn some things. So, okay. Give me a chance. I'll be back in a minute. And I want to put in another commercial to kind of speed time up a little bit, since we are talking about branding. Here we go. This is JR. Hi, everybody. JR Hendrick here. I want to talk to you about a little adventure chance you can go on. Don't you use this service called Truby Travel? Or take it of various travel vistas, airlines, hotels, whatever services you need. Truby Travel found the best package for you. In order to access it, I want you to go ahead and contact an ACM distributor near you. Y'all take care and God bless you, okay? Sometimes I like to utilize him, and especially in some commercials. But you are your brand. You think about it. When I think of the team that I'm a part of, Team Rhino Nation, I'm thinking of the man that started it all, Presley Flaherty, along with the founders of ACN. And so, your picture is what matters. Believe it or not, it really does. Now, I have some people saying that I need better pictures. But being legally blind, sometimes it can be hard to get decent pictures of me, because one of my birth defects is that my eyes kind of wander. Okay? But, can sure try. Why not? But, your picture says 1,000 words. Why do you think my picture is on the Empower Your Pattern? I have one of me in front of the Lubbock, Texas Temple for the show for years. And then I thought, you know what? It needs the picture that was on my book. And the same picture is on my Facebook profile, my LinkedIn profile, the Empower Your Pattern 2.0 YouTube channel, to let people know what my branding is. Because if you got a good picture that stands out and looks professional enough, let me tell you something, your branding is going to be awesome. Awesome, like on fire. You know what I mean? And you want to say, well, Jimmy, you're blind. How do you know that a picture does that? Listen to my family. I do see some. So, I mean, I'm not totally blind. And I know some people get offended when they hear me say legally blind. But it shouldn't matter. It's just a physical characteristic. But your picture says 1,000 words. And don't believe that it don't. Listen to me. Don't believe that it don't, because it does. It really does. It's important for you to grasp. You need a picture that says, voila! And that's why most of my videos on Empower Your Pattern 2.0 and some of my other YouTube channels, there's times there's pictures of me wearing a suit. Because many of you know, part of my branding is I want to be a professional speaker. Many of you guys know that. But I stick to podcasting until I can get the resources and the connections together. Alright? So get ready. So, we're going to, here in a few seconds here, we're going to go on to number 5. And in a way, I'm kind of like, thank goodness we're going to number 5, because this has been, in many ways, talking about branding, I'm out of my element. I mean, I know enough from an advertising class I took for my undergraduate. And when I was trying to get a certificate in business management, I knew some things. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is this. I can get this crazy thing to cooperate. Okay, this is some of the secret sauce here. And some people are going to be mad at me. I'm going to say this. Experiment with brand research. Find sources that you can trust. And that can be hard in this world. But I think And that may mean sometimes having an open mind, expanding your horizons. We all need to expand our horizons, right? And why not? I want you to listen to another ad. Well, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about branding, so bear with me. And plus, I gotta pay the bills in some ways. Here's one I like. Hey, everybody, J.R. Hendrick here. I want to talk to you about a service that can save you money. I'm talking about Flash Mobile. There's some good plans anywhere between $32 and about $75 per line. Unlimited talk, text, and data. To find out more details, get with your local ACN distributor. And God bless y'all. The James A. Hendrick School of Leadership and Flash Mobile forever. Okay, maybe that was a bit over the top. And please forgive me for playing so much ads, but we're talking about branding. And the good news is, tomorrow we're back more into my territory. But do some research on branding. Seriously. Last night I was sitting there at Loose Ends. And I had all this, I had just started my session with my good friend Rob. And you know what? This mystic energy started flowing in me. And something told me, go do some research. Go do some brand research. And it's awesome to learn that not very many people who want to go into business want to do this. You got to do the work, right? It's not enough to just go talk to anybody, you know. Anybody wants my product. Everybody wants my product. Dude, that's kind of like whispering on that's like a chihuahua. I know I'm using my crazy dog analogies. And he sees this little shank bone. And unfortunately, there's this little bit of meat on the bone. And his master says, "Oh, that's quite a bit of meat on there, isn't it? Why don't you go for it?" And that chihuahua's eating all he can. And he's wanting more. He's chewing on that bone. He's whining. He's chewing on that bone. He's whining. And he's kind of like one of the master. "Hey, give me more. Give me another bone and actually some meat on it this time." But there you go, guys. This is why brand research is important. We're in a combined age economy. We're in a new market scheme. It's not like it used to be back when I was a kid during the 70s and 80s, and even a college kid during the 90s. And it began changing. It began changing in the 90s. Okay? So now, there we go. And I have to be honest with you. I get dang frustrated when so many people just want to not expand their horizons on branding. You have to. Listen to me. That's important. That's important to have your brand. To research. Find out what works for you. Find out sources that you trust. Tap into those things. Because if not, you're sunk. Listen to me. And I think that's also where some networking goes in. Because if you network with some of the right people, maybe they can help you find some of the best research tools in the branding. And I'll tell you something. Researching tools for branding can lead you to get what you need, to succeed in business, and make the walls of the enemy of your souls, you know what I'm talking about, come tumbling down. And that's what you want. That's what we all want, right? Business in many ways is a numbers game. But it means we need to have the patience and the staying time and the stamina to really develop an open mind and develop to become what you've been called to be, do, and have. What God has called you to be, do, and have. And see, this is leading to what it's going to be. Well, how do I say? It's kind of like your branding is what's going to lead you to the first big golden nugget, the first big prize. Okay, so now we're going to go on to number 6. I think I remember what it is, but I'm betting I know what it is. So, get ready. Number 6 is your faith is a part of your brand. No exceptions. Whether you are Latter-day Saint, Catholic, Methodist, Baptist, Jewish, Wiccan, so forth. Now, me, myself, you know where I stand. And I don't back down on that. I'm a diehard Christian. When I was 11 years old, I had a spiritual hunger in my eyes. As an 11-year-old boy, sitting at the feet of ministers and pastors, preaching about the need to be saved. And, well, really, it all started when I was 7. This was Sunday before this happened. Minister was preaching about going to hell. And then I had an experience where I was looking for my toy box, which was usually just as I walked into the closet. I didn't know. And some people were working underneath the house. I fell under the house. And I was like, oh my gosh. Panicking, because it was dark. You could hear some machinery and you could see some lights down there. But I thought to myself, if this is kind of what hell's like, I'll go. So, little by little, I started getting closer to God. And little by little, this is a blessing. Little by little, I started turning more and more and more to the Lord for blessing. So I hope you guys are ready for this, because people say, well, you're Latter-day Saint. Can you point out a date when you actually accepted Jesus into your heart? I can. December 11th, 1981. It was a Friday night. I knelt down with my pastor, and he led me through the prayer. And, you know, there's other podcasts that deal with that. And I stuck with that and everything. But at 14, I started hungering for more and more and more and more. I was reading the Bible a lot and just really getting deeper. Mostly the New Testament. And I started having more and more questions. And then in November of 1987, I bumped into my BFE, Brian Keith Cotton. God bless him. I know he's in heaven. He's on the other side of the veil. He's very happy. He's very happy. And I'm grateful for that. Now, listen on this one, okay? You probably think I'm nuts for talking about my faith being a part of my brand. But it is. It is. I think your faith should be a part of your brand. It's your core values. Mine is Latter-day Saint, the beliefs. I will stand on those values till the cows come home. People may try to get me to sell out or compromise. A couple episodes, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to lay open the threads on that one bare, because this next episode EA 75, is going to be a golden nugget, and then EA 76, we're going to be overcoming another barrier. And then, of course, EA 77, another clue. EA 78 is what's going to be, and then, of course, the last episode, some of the last episodes for the final is where the icing is on the cake. And my faith has a lot to do with who I am. It really is. June 1993, to make a long story short, my buddy Keith introduced me to the Latter-day Saint belief system. And I said, thanks, Keith, but I'm happy where I'm at. The thing is, the dude could see right through me. I was not happy at all. So he worked on me. And I went through 3 sets of missionaries until I decided, dang it, that's it. I'm converting. I know it's going to make some other people mad. They eventually worked on my life, but you know what? I'm happier. Because sometimes you have to have numbskulls walk out of your life in order for the very good ones to come in. And you need that. Let me tell you something. You need that, because things are crazy. Things are crazy. Now, if you'll give me a minute, I am going to come back and I'm going to talk to you for about 7 minutes about the last part. You notice number 6, I did not have to do any commercials. I did not have to talk about really because faith is a huge part. And there were some when I didn't put some, but quite frankly, I wanted to give you guys a little hint of what some of my branding is with ACN services. And if I knew of some that had my empowerment stuff, I have to work on that. But there you go. The issue is, are you going to obey the patterns of the faith that you wish to obey? Are you going to obey those patterns? Because there are patterns. You just got to find them so you can progress. A lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to see that, but it's just true. Okay, now. Number 7. Grow in niche marketing. And this is something I've had to learn the hard way. Entrepreneurs need to learn to niche down. When I first started ACN, I said, well, you can sell these services to anybody. But is it realistic? You need to find target audiences for your products and services. See, one of the products I have is electricity. And I wanted to reach out to, say, the senior citizen that wants to save money on electricity. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. And are we ready for this? All right. Now, the health sharing that I told you about, my niche marketing there is like middle-aged individuals and families who are looking for a good alternative to health insurance. Some of those people could be business owners, and in fact, I'm hoping that quite a few of them are. Now, the Flash Mobile target audience there, young and middle-aged families looking to save money, and even seniors. But I think it's the millennials and Gen Z and the like that want to save money on their cell phones. And who can blame them? You don't want to be under your parents' plan forever. My first cell phone I got into was in 2008, and it was a flip phone. And I was on my parents' plan for about 6 years, and then some things happened. I was like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and just get my own phone, go my own phone plan. Blessing, huh? Don't you think so? Well, I hope you do. I hope you do, because it's one of the things I stand with. But we do need to niche down. I think one of the things in the networking business that's one of the huge problems is, well, we just market to anybody. True business marketing is not how it works. You have to niche down to target audiences in pockets of people. There's people who want cell phone service with better quality, and they want to save money. It's those people that I want to market Flash Mobile. And I've narrowed it down to certain populations I know it would. The impact health sharing. A lot of people are middle-aged. Maybe they're starting to have a few health problems here and there. But they want to save money on health insurance. You know? With an alternative to health insurance, if you know what I mean. But grow in niche marketing. The problem is, if I knew I had enough time, and I don't think I do, there's a video I have on YouTube where it talks about the importance of niching down. And it's also a part of a series that I did last fall called Empower Entrepreneurs. And so, there you go. The fun we have, and the love that we have for each other in Pattern Realm. If branding is overwhelming, I don't want you to, for you with what I'm saying right now, I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to check out other people. Jeff Lerner, as one, even though I don't necessarily agree with all his tactics, he's pretty good. He's pretty knowledgeable. Dan Locke, he's pretty good. I'm just barely recognizing him. I've seen him off and on YouTube. I just didn't really know who it was. Okay. And there's a few others out there. Research it. Make sure you know there's people that you can trust and develop a reputation and all that good stuff. See, all this 7 builds together. But I think at the heart of branding, core values. Core values. And that is something we're going to talk about in a couple of episodes. And you guys are in for a treat. Alright? Because I want you guys to know this, okay? You are blessed. No matter what, you are blessed. And I'm happy to talk to you guys about branding. But here in a little bit, we're going to close out with something that is really the icing on the cake. The beginning of the golden nugget. Are you ready? Well, I, for one, certainly hope so. Here's the thing. Number 1, widen your opportunities and protect your company reputation. Goes back to the first part there. What do people know about your brand? That's a blessing, okay? That's what you need to see. That's where branding research is involved. That's where you grow in niche marketing. Those two are involved. Don't just say, well, I'm just gonna market to everybody. You crinkle nose and then you get mad because you didn't succeed. But are you willing to do the effort to do the research and work your business? So a lot of people don't understand why I podcast. I podcast for someday in the hopes of gathering business clients. Now, part 2. And this is appreciation. I want you to read Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, especially chapter 2. Because it talks out, if you want to get people, if you want to get things from people, you've got to give them what they want. And there's many drives, as I said, sleep, food, prestige, food, sex, money. But the one thing that people need most is appreciation. That's the thing that people need most. And also with appreciation, edification. See, people think that edification is just instruction. Yes, that's important. But it's instruction where you praise people. You show appreciation. I learned that in my first networking business model. And I think it needs to be taught all over the place. Because if we don't, there's no cohesion in teams. There's no cohesion in business. They don't make a dang bit of sense to me. I've enjoyed talking about branding, but it's time to move on. Hope you enjoy listening to Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you like it, please subscribe to the Empowered Realm. Until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. It's Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, please share this with Mama San, Papa San, and everyone. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless each and every one of you. God bless you. Get ready for the first golden nugget.